Welcome to Same Cast, Different Day podcast. I'm your host, Martel Rowland. Thank you all for clicking and listening to this episode. And please make sure you subscribe to this podcast via Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. You can find us on Amazon Prime now. We're everywhere. So, one of the things I had wanted to talk about, I didn't know if you are familiar with the movie Baps or Eve. Um, Natalie Desselle, I believe how you pronounce her last name, had passed away from colon cancer. Her character in Baps is the most one of the most memorable things I think in black culture, especially when she says, "Give me your plate." It's like one of those things where I don't know. That movie is just so popular with the black community, and when I found out she had passed away, I'm like, this got to be a joke. It had to be a joke, and you don't believe certain sources that people post on Facebook. So when I finally got a chance to go and research and look, I said, oh my God, it's true. Like, I just couldn't believe it. And she was so young. The newer generation might remember her from the Medea movie, Medea's Big Happy Family, I believe. Anyways, still sad to hear that. Rest in peace, Natalie Desselle. And switching gears just a tad bit. So I've been away for 2 weeks now, and one of those reasons, I will post a photo of the urn. But one of those reasons was I had lost my cat Frizz. Um, I didn't know that losing a pet. This was my first time actually having to go through this and experience this. I had him for 11 years, and it's one of those things where, okay, my computer is being wonky. It was one of those things where I didn't know that it would actually hurt as bad as it did. I didn't think that I would be like so upset and unhappy and kind of depressed after he had passed away. But it just hit me kind of hard. So, it was that going on, and it just had to take a little break for a while. But I'm back. I'm checking in on everybody. Quarantine is still driving a lot of people crazy, I see. So, yeah, like I was saying, quarantine has been driving everybody a little bit crazy still. Well, I shouldn't say quarantine. A lot of people are not on lockdown. But one thing I'm just trying to get used because I got a new microphone stand like set up here, and I'm trying to get used to it, and I keep hitting it. So, one of the things that I want to talk about was I don't know if anybody noticed, but during this quarantine, it has been a lot of I want to say small businesses or restaurants or popular businesses or restaurants where there's not really a chain. It's just that they have that one location. But anyway, I just find it a coinky that make sure y'all can. I just find it a coinky that a lot of these places are mysteriously just catching fire overnight. And I know it's hard out here for a lot of businesses, especially small businesses who are not like large chains or what it's a change, large chains, and they're just doing their best to try to survive. And a lot of people are, you know, I guess how people are keep trying to blame Democrats for shut down everything, and I still feel that another shutdown is necessary, but I still feel like, in my personal opinion, if people would just do what these scientists and experts want us to do, we would not be in a situation that we are now. If people would just wear their mask like they're supposed to, as much as I hate when wearing my mask, I wear it. And you just gotta do it. We gotta do it to keep each other safe. We gotta do it to make sure everything is we can get back to normal. And I feel like the more we continue to fight this, the longer it's going to take to get back to normal. So please stop trying to fight it. Let's just do what we have to do to get back to normal. I know that it's going to take some time. We all know it's going to take some time. It's been nearly a year since we first heard of this whole coronavirus thing. And believe me, we almost at the end. We're halfway through. You know, when it comes down to getting the vaccine, get the vaccine, people. If you see, actually, they said they're supposed to be doing a televised thing of, I think it's supposed to be President Bush, President Clinton, and President Obama, who are supposed to be getting the vaccine. They're supposed to be televising them getting the vaccine. So I kind of hope that happens. I want it to happen for people can see that that it is safe. Um, One of the other things is that two of those former presidents are Democratic, and then one of those former presidents are Republican. So hopefully on both sides we see that by both parties seeing getting the vaccine and showing that it is safe. So you know, I'm not going to fight it just because I work in healthcare, so you kind of don't have a choice when it comes to that kind of stuff. So you kind of don't have a choice. So you just have to roll with the punches and just get the vaccine because it's either get the vaccine or become unemployed and become homeless and all that other crap. So I'm just going to get the vaccine. Um, so what has been going on? Oh, Tina Marie finally had the baby. Thank God. So now I got somebody to drink with finally. Well, I don't know, the whole pumping thing. You know how that all that stuff. But um, uh, what was that? Oh yeah. So yeah, Tina Marie had the baby. The baby is doing very well right now. We talked about she talked about what I said. She talked about coming back to the podcast. So I'm excited. I can't wait for her to make her return back to the podcast. It's going to be so much fun having her back here on the podcast with me. Um, so yeah, like the baby is doing fine. Um, Christmas is almost coming up, and I'm excited for Christmas. I don't know if anybody knows. Everybody who knows me personally knows that I love Christmas. I love everything about Christmas. Um, it's crazy. One of the reasons somebody asked me one of the reasons why I celebrate Christmas so hard, 'cause it seemed like you know, okay, well, it's really around this time of year. So it's crazy because it's like my dad passed away like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and then my grandfather passed away, I believe, like a week before Christmas. So it's like it gives that alone right there gives me more of a reason to celebrate more and enjoy the holiday more. And I wish other people would see it that way, even during this whole pandemic. Like I had my Christmas display outside set up the week before Halloween. That's how big Christmas is to me. To me, Christmas skips Halloween, and I just go straight into Christmas mode. So I had my Christmas display outside, set up since before Halloween. No, I did not turn it on until sometime like mid-November is when I started turning on the lights. But I already had the display, and I'm happy I did that because I was watching so many people put up this Christmas display, and it was cold outside. You can see them like blowing on their hands and stuff. That's why I put my display up early because I don't want to be that person outside in the cold, uh, blowing their hands to trying to keep their hands warm or whatever, trying to put the Christmas display. And by me having kind of a little bit of a lot of stuff, and I don't really plan it out. I just start doing it. Um, it took me about 3 days to get everything up. So yeah, I love Christmas. And I mean, how many people got their holiday shopping done? So I've done so much holiday shopping that I forgot what I even bought people for Christmas. So I have to go through all this stuff and figure out what was for what person, and then wrap them. I don't want to do all this wrapping though, but don't have a choice. I guess I had to wrap all these gifts and all this stuff because I was going to do the other way and just go buy gift bags. And then my brother was like, "No, you can't buy gift bags. We can do a Christmas present wrapping party thing, and we can drink wine and wrap free gifts. We'll see how that go." But anywho, that yeah, like I said, we'll see how that go. Um, so yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Like I said, it's the whole cat thing. Tina had her baby. Oh, Wendy Williams lost her mother too. So prayers for Wendy Williams. I know that's pretty hard. Although, according to her, when she made the statement on her show, her mother had died weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago. And it's just now coming out now that her mother passed away. And I'm like, oh, well, when nobody really knew that she passed away. But, I mean, to keep that concealed, I just turned the mic up a little bit. Hopefully, y'all can hear me better. Hopefully, I did a little bit better and not blowing your ears out. But yeah, I'm like, wow. And I don't know if some of these episodes were are pre-taped during the whole pandemic right now that she been airing. I don't know if she pre-taped some episodes before her. She's just talking about it. I don't know how that went, but if her mother passed away weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and she was doing these live shows, Fridays a week, I gotta give it to her because she kept that with a straight face during the whole thing. Don't know how she did it, but she kept that with a straight face. Um, so yeah, so like I said, that's what's been going on with me. I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for New Year's. So yeah, I'm just ready. I'm excited. I don't know how many of y'all out there are excited. And I have so some reason I ended up with two copies with Mariah's memoir, the meaning of Mariah Carey. So I will be giving away my extra copy that I have. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that or what process I'm going to take to do that. I might do it via the podcast Instagram page, Facebook, or Twitter page. I might do it all three. I might do a post on there and do like some type of contest, and whoever wins, I would announce it right here on the podcast. So, I think that's how I'm going to go about that route. So I want to say thank you all for listening to this episode of Same Cast, Different Day podcast. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find the podcast on Twitter at SCDD Podcast, along on Instagram with at SCDD Podcast. And don't forget to follow the podcast on Facebook, which is Same Cast, Different Day podcast. And I want to thank all the, I think it was 2,000 plus subscribers. I want to thank all of you who follow the podcast on Facebook. If we could get those Instagram and Twitter numbers up, that'd be wonderful. But anyways, thank you all for listening to this episode. See you all next week.